Yeah, y'all, my connection be going out. My connection be going out, man. I don't know what to say, man. Like my connection just goes out like when it wants to. The most important times it goes out. Because when I was cooking, I was cooking Don Brown. I don't lie. I hate to hear people give dudes an excuse when he did that. Like you and last year just showed like those dudes lost all confidence. Jamon Green, Vincent Gray, those dudes, McGrone. That's why we had a lot of dudes go pro. Because they lost all faith in dude. Rip Serwin said Don Brown is paying off YouTube to silence you. Dependent Fanatic says Michigan has no problem playing McCarthy if needed. Will Georgia play Daniels? That's a good question. I'm not sure he's actually been cleared to play. And he's suited up, but you would have thought they would have played JT Daniels against Bama when they got down. But he didn't warm up or anything. It's like he knew he wasn't going to get in the game. Jay Marion says Don Brown cost Brandon Watson a lot of money in 2018. He did because Brandon Watson was having a good year. He was having a good year, but then that Ohio State game going against NFL-type receivers, he got shredded. So he definitely cost dude a lot of money. That's a fact. Like, bro, you see he can't play the coverage. Give a cushion, 5 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards. Back up. Trill City says, I didn't like Brandon Watson. I'm sorry. But bro, 2018, he was having a pretty good year before that Ohio State game. Jelani Davidson says, do you think K can throw on Georgia's defense? Yeah. That's the so-called weakness of Georgia's defense is the secondary. So I definitely think he can throw on them. It's just how are they going to try to throw on them? Because we don't just do things conventionally. You know what I mean? Like it's everything we do is really off the scheme. Ross Hickson says the story I heard was the team docs cleared him, but his personal doc didn't. So him and Kirby Smart are at each other's throat. That's what I saw also, bro. That Kirby and JT Daniels' personal doctor are going at it, and JT and Kirby aren't even on the same page somewhat. So, because it was puzzling, you would think against Bama they would have pulled Stetson and put in JT Daniels, but he didn't even warm up. Like he knew he wasn't going in the game, type of thing. So now people say he's the better passer. I can't say I've watched a lot of them, but from what Georgia fans seem to want JT Daniels to be the starter. Like they don't like Stetson Bennett. So I'm guessing he must be legit. Antoine Johnson said, yeah, that's why athletes was leaving and quitting on Michigan because of his dumb schemes, leaving them in man-to-man, man-on-man blitz defense on 3rd and long. It's just dumb football. Like anybody that knows the game, and that's why people don't, that's why I try to explain certain things. Like as a corner, you don't want to be in man-to-man coverage with no safety over the top, unless you're that dude. Like Darrelle Revis, Deion Sanders, Charles Woodson, they're fine with that. But most players aren't that good. They want a safety over the top. That means I can somewhat play underneath. I know I got a safety over the top just if I do get beat. Or even just playing tight man coverage all the time. Bro, you know I'm not faster than this dude. You know it. If the pass rush don't get there, bro, I'm dead meat. I'm done. Like, don't you know? Don't you realize this? It's like he didn't care. It's like dude didn't care. And that's my thing, bro. Like, you have to care about these players. Like, you have to care, like, what's the best thing for the defense? And that's why I'm glad Mike McDonald, he asked the players, what are you comfortable with? And they can come up to him, even if he doesn't ask them, and he can say, Coach, I'm comfortable with this. We should try this. And he's receptive to it. That's coaching in the new age. You see, some of that old school ball, that's you just do this. I don't want to hear shut up and run what I say. But this new school, you have to get players' insights. The game isn't played or coached like it was 10 years ago. Some of these dudes are stuck in 1985. Even Harbaugh had to learn that the game ain't coached the way it used to be. You got to adapt. Gold says Ryan Day has to learn how to coach both sides. That's his stumbling block. I hope he keeps stumbling. I hope he keeps rumbling, stumbling. Because and that's the thing. Just to touch on the Ohio State real quick. Ohio State has, okay, you have Urban's recruits. Now you're starting to get Ryan Day's recruits. This is becoming Ryan Day's full team. Can these dudes, are they going to continue to be great? Or are they going to, take a step back? Because you don't got that great coach no more that we know is great. Not to say Ryan Day might end up being a great coach, but we don't know right now for sure. We know Urban is a great coach. We've seen it. It's tangible. He's got, 3 rings? Trio City says Ryan Day is a good fast talker. Ryan says OSU is overdue for a down period. That's a fact. That's a fact. Is that Monk? Monk, is that you? Ghost says Urban did not coach. It was Day. Okay. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, bro. Because Urban is proven. Now I know Ryan Day what coached the offense, but Urban is the head coach. That's the general. That's the general. Okay. You say Ryan Day is that dude? Okay. I got you. Charles Peterson says Don Brown's defense at Arizona was the worst ever. Yeah, I was so glad when he was gone, bro. I probably wanted to cry. Like, Antoine Johnson says, and I was mad at Jim Harbaugh. It seemed like he would have said, look, dummy, quit putting us in jacked up positions to lose the game. Screw your blitz, we zoning. Yeah, just change it up, bro. Like, you can't play tight man defense all the time, bro. It's not going to work against good teams, good offenses. It's not going to work. But yeah, and that used to make me mad. And one thing I saw Jim Harbaugh this year, he was on the sideline, and I haven't seen him do this in past years. I think he was yelling at Mike McDonald, saying, "Do your job, do your job." And I love that. I love that when I see the head coach getting on the other position coaches and coordinators to do their job, because you have to hold everybody accountable. So I'm not sure if it was Mike McDonald or who he was yelling at, but I was glad to see it. That's holding people accountable. That's what the head coach has to do. All those years Don Brown was getting shredded, Jim was just sitting there like, what y'all want me to do? I want you to get in his butt. I want you to yell at him. Let him know this ain't acceptable. That's what we need you to do. You sitting there like, he's the defensive coordinator. You hired him. Now fire him. Jay Marion says Harbaugh got that fire back this season. Yeah, he did. He did. Once he got that, and you see the difference in him on the sideline. And I was just talking to somebody, I think it was Mark Rogers, one of his videos, and they were talking about the Georgia game, and somebody was like, I just don't think Michigan will beat it. They don't show up. I'm like, bro, you probably the same person that was saying we'd lose to Penn State on the road, and I guarantee you thought we'd lose to Ohio State. Like, and I bet you've been pessimistic and waiting on us to lose all season, bro, and you've been missing out on this good or great season we're having. Like, you missing the enjoyment of this, just waiting on us to lose, bro. Like, you missing, enjoy this ride, bro. And I said this earlier, like, bro, these pessimistic fans and stuff, like, enjoy this ride. But you saw the culture. You saw the jumping around in Wisconsin. You saw the what was it? The ACDC, they were jumping around and taking over at Nebraska. Like, you seeing this change of culture. Like, this isn't Michigan, the regular Michigan that you see. Obviously, because we're in the playoff. Like, oh, this Michigan. I'm like, bro, you probably said the same thing before the Ohio State game. Just shut up and enjoy the ride, dog. Just enjoy the ride. Why are you just waiting for us to fall back into a letdown? Like, you waiting and hoping on the letdown. You're not you almost hoping and anticipating the letdown, so then you can say, I told you so. I told you we wasn't gonna do nothing in the playoff. I told you. Yeah, bro. He tried to tell me, I've been a Michigan fan since the 70s. That's great. But you just sounding pessimistic, bro. You don't believe Michigan is gonna let us down. Bro, the letdown would have been against Ohio State. The letdown would have been in the Big Ten championship. At this point, if we were to lose to Georgia, to me, it's not a letdown. Georgia was just a better team. You get what I'm saying? It's not a letdown. Now, if we were to get drugged 40-0 or something, then that's a letdown. But if it's a close game and Georgia just somehow pulls it out, that's not a letdown. That's just you got beat by a better team on that day, but you still had a damn good season. Like, enjoy the ride, bro. Like, you already expecting us to lose. The game ain't for 2 weeks, and you already sad. You already sad, bro. Enjoy this. I've been talking bad to Ohio State fans, anybody who wanted. I've been talking bad to them. I'm enjoying this so much. That's why I'm posting them videos on there. I'm posting them videos, and Ohio State fans, you still on this? Yeah, I'm still on this all year. I'm loving this. I'm McDonald's right now. I'm loving it. What are you talking about? I ain't trying to be pessimistic. All them years we was bad, and you trying to be pessimistic, you better enjoy this. Exactly, Ryan. We playing with house money now. You better enjoy this ride, bro. Like, for real. This is a fun season. DJ Dre Willis says, Johnny, what do you think about the state of Ohio State's program? They are losing a few players to the portal, and the recruiting class was good, but not a lot of quality. Thoughts? I mean, this is kind of a weird position for Ohio State. To me, this is a weird position because, like I was just saying, you're transitioning from Urban's players to Ryan Day's players. Now, this is Ryan Day's team. This isn't Urban. Like, this is really Ryan Day starting to be Ryan Day's team with personality and recruits. Because Urban was a run type of guy. He wants to run it with his quarterback, run the ball, and then, play action off of it kind of thing. But Ryan Day, he gets pass happy. You can sling it all over the field, but the problem is when you become pass happy, passing is a passive thing. So when you become pass happy, your team gets soft because running the ball it's toughness. You have to be strong. Even your offensive linemen, pass blocking is passive. You're backing up. But your run blocking, you pushing forward. Physicalness. So taking the identity of Ryan Day's scheme makes his team passive in turn, if that makes sense. CJ Wolverine says they didn't want none of Haskins in the first quarter, much less in the fourth. Yeah, they didn't. They didn't want nothing to do with dude. William Boyle says, can we talk about how we think Bama versus Cincy will go and how we will go against both of those teams? Honestly, bro, I'm not sure how Cincinnati – I'm hearing Cincinnati has some good DBs, but I'm not sure they just can compete with Bama. I mean, this is just me being honest. Like, I don't see Cincinnati being able to compete with Bama. I just don't see it. If you just look at their schedule, they struggled with teams that, like, some of the teams they struggle with, like, it's a joke. Like, kind of, like, they struggle with teams that are. Let me just pull up their schedule. Because some of the teams they struggle with, bro, like, I just can't. Like, it's hard for me to take them that serious. Serious enough to beat Bama. Like, it's hard for me to take Cincinnati serious. Let's see. They struggled with Tulsa, 28-20. In some of these games, they probably should have lost. They struggled with Navy. I know people are going to say Navy. Like, some of these games were close in the fourth, and then they pulled away in the fourth. So it's like it's hard for me to take them that serious going against Bama, because Bama right now, see, if Georgia would have beat Bama, Bama wouldn't have been made the playoff. But Bama's been playing playoff ball. Like, okay, we escaped out of Auburn. Our hopes are still alive. Okay, we beat Georgia. All right, we in the playoff now. This is what I came for, to get that another ring. This is what I came for, to get this ring. I just can't see them losing to Cincinnati. I just can't see it. Like, those dudes, that's why they went to Bama, to play in the championship. And they got Cincinnati in their way. I mean, they might have a chance. I just don't see it. I wouldn't be surprised if Alabama rolls them bad. Gold says Michigan is good this year, but don't make seem like Michigan was world beaters. Michigan just plays its ball. That's the thing about Michigan. Michigan doesn't try to be Ohio State and we're gonna slang it all over the place. Michigan doesn't try to be other teams. Michigan is Michigan. We're gonna run the ball down your throat with Haskins, a bell cow. We're gonna give it to Corum. We're gonna game manage with Cade. We're going to do reverses with our speedy receivers. We're going to throw in trick plays. And on defense, we're going to get after you with two elite DNs, and we're going to bend but don't break. Can you score enough to win? We ain't doing nothing special. It's just what we're doing, we're good at. That's the thing. We ain't doing nothing special. Y'all knew what was coming when we played Ohio State. Y'all knew we was finna run it down y'all throat, but y'all couldn't stop it. You knew Aiden and Ojabo were beasts on defense, but y'all couldn't stop them. That's that. We ain't doing nothing special. It's just, can you stop what we do? We're gonna tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna run 25. We're gonna run number 2. Can you stop them? Cade is gonna game manage and make a big time throw here or there. We're gonna do reverses, jet sweeps. We're gonna do flea flickers. We're gonna do trickerations. Will you be ready for it? We're gonna bend but don't break, and them boys gonna sick them. Get them, Aiden. Get them, Ojabo. So that's just what Michigan does. Yeah, we don't do nothing special, but we do a lot of things well. That's the thing. We don't do. There's not many things we do bad. Hey, bro, I used to have a ton of Ohio State fans. Like, if Ohio State was in the playoff, this comment section would be full of Ohio State fans. I appreciate the love, Ghost. I gotta let you stay, bro. You donated to the page. I got to rock with you somewhat. Dependent Fanatic says McCarthy will come in and throw a TD. He probably can. Also, okay, Cade's not doing much. Wait a minute, who's that at quarterback? Sometimes we don't even notice when they put JJ in. It's just all of a sudden you'll see a dime. Like, hold on, Cade threw that, and then you okay, that's JJ. Okay, that's JJ. Yeah, that's JJ. That's that 5-star. Yeah, that's JJ. Yeah, we got that too. We got that too on the bench. So yeah, JJ come in and JJ making NFL type throws. Those NFL throws that they drop in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? So JJ comes in and does what he does in the read, also making passes, and sometimes he'll just hand it off. But the defense has to respect JJ. So that's the thing. So it's just a lot. Michigan does a lot. It's a lot. You know what they're gonna do, but can you stop it on offense and defense? Can you stop it consistently enough? And people talk about Cade, but the thing about the thing that people don't understand with Cade is he will dink and dunk you to death. So he gonna get you in the red zone. He gonna get you in the red zone because he gonna dink, dink, dink. And then you got Haskins and Corum getting their yards, and all of a sudden we in the red zone. Now, earlier in the season, we were getting in the red zone and we were kicking field goals, and we were all complaining about it. But the last, four after Penn State, the Penn State game and on, we weren't kicking field goals. We were getting in the red zone and we were getting 7. So that was the last kind of straw to get to where we wanted to be. All right, we getting good offense. We getting in the red zone. Now can we get touchdowns instead of field goals? And that's what happened. Just like the Ohio State game. Let's say the Ohio State game, somehow they were stopping us on 3rd down, and then we were kicking field goals. The whole game changes. The whole game changes if we go from getting 7 all the time to getting 3. You know what I'm saying? So that was the last straw was stop getting 3 all the time and start getting 7 all the time. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat, Trio City. Shout out to Muskegon, Michigan. Everybody donate to get goals removed. That man is a fool. They want you gone, goals. I gotta rock with him. He donated, bro. He donated to the page. I can't kick nobody that's supporting me. OSU fans, we all get reckless. We get reckless. And Trail City said Gold's energy ain't needed. Oh man. Somebody said donate $10 and I'll leave. We focused. Appreciate the 9.99 super chat, Trill City. We focused on Georgia, not suck eyes. Goes energy not needed. Muskegon, Oosterbaan land. Shout out to shout out to Trill City, Muskegon, Michigan. I got cousins up there, bro. I got cousins in Muskegon. Let's see. William Boyle says K can throw if he needs to, and we have two guys that are capable of getting 100 yards each. That's the thing. And I was talking before the stream got cut off, with the internet. We just got what you pick your poison. Like, we have nobody that y'all killing me. Y'all killing me. Gold says somebody in a penny. Appreciate the $9.99 super chat, bro. Y'all killing me. But yeah, y'all done made me forget what I was saying. Yeah, but Michigan has to pick your poison. So you can go. Who's their number one receiver? Who do we need to stop as a receiver? You really don't know. Is it Cornelius? Well, I don't think so. Is it Roman? I don't know. Is it Sanders still? Is it Andrew Anthony? Is it Eric All? Is it Schoonmaker? I don't know. All their stats about the same. Who am I supposed to stop here? Now at running back, I mean, when a team runs the ball, it's like it don't matter who's back there. Regardless, you got to stop him. But it's different in the passing game, and that's what I was trying to explain to Georgia fans. Like, bro, you talking about y'all running backs are better than us. You can't just say your running backs are better than ours. They're trying to say y'all got lower round draft picks. Well, to get drafted at running back, you need good stats. They don't just draft dudes with no stats at running back. You need good stats. Our starter has 1,200 with 20 TDs. Your top two backs have about 1,200 and like 19 TDs. What are you talking about? Our backup has 900 and like 10, 11 TDs. Your backs aren't better than ours, bro. Y'all got capable backs. Nobody's saying they trash, but they ain't that. They ain't what we got. Unless you got the numbers to back it up. If you ain't got the numbers to back it up, you can't say your backs is better than ours. Antoine Johnson, Gold is a good dude. He just got a little reckless with the Ohio State BS, but let him know this is a Wolverines den. He'll get mauled up in here. You hear me? Appreciate the $5 super chat, y'all. we got the OSU Michigan banter in here. I can't say I don't like it. Hey, that's what the rivalry about. Yeah, and Blake still might be able to get 1,000 yards. What does he need? Like 60 yards to get to 1,000? So he should get it in against Georgia. But yeah, like you can't say, our running backs are better than yours. No, they're bro. To say something like that, you need the stats to back it up. I'm sorry. Unless you got a running back room like Bama had in the past with Derrick Henry and all these NFL running backs just stockpiled, you can't just say your running backs are better. You don't have the stats to back up. Like they're not that, bro. Like they're not. Trio City, appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Gold, give us our props for beating all them elite recruits. Gold, give us our props for beating all them elite recruits. Pound, globe, go blue. He said, give us our prop, bro. We beat y'all top talent. Y'all said our recruits would never be able to beat Ohio State because we ain't got the recruits. Y'all did say that. Y'all did always say that. So he got a point. He got a point. Yeah, but Georgia's got solid running backs. I'm not saying that they're trash, But to say they're better than Michigan's, I need to see the stats to back it up. You don't got them. So stop saying they're better. You have the better running back. If you want to say y'all D-line is better than ours, y'all front seven, I ain't going to say nothing because our linebackers, besides our linebackers, that's one of the weaknesses. That's one of the true weaknesses of our defense, our linebackers and pass coverage. So if you say that, then I'll say you're right. Like Georgia fans don't want to give Michigan nothing. They don't want to say that we have anything better than them, except Aiden. They'll say Aiden. Y'all got the best DN in the country. They'll give Aiden his props, but nobody else gets any respect. Jelani Davidson, who do I think will match up with Aiden? I don't know the name of their tackles, but they better be giving whoever on him, they better be giving him help. That's what they better be doing. Not true at all. LOL. Running back good. QB better than ours. Barney Young Jr. Who or what are you talking about? You putting in these short messages. I don't know what you're talking about. Elaborate. Dependent fanatic. Haskins should have won the Heisman, 20 TDs and way over 1,000 yards. He's the MVP offensively. If he would have got up to maybe if Blake was the number one, not Blake. If Hassan didn't have Blake the whole year, like let's say Hassan was just the number one back, we didn't have a beast in Corum as the backup. Hassan probably would have went for like 1,900 yards or something, honestly. But he had Blake. Blake's got 900 yards on limited carries. You know what I'm saying? Antoine Johnson says, hey, bro, what do you think about this? I think Ryan has made OSU soft with the constant passing with Urban. And that's what I was talking about just a minute ago, bro. Passing offenses make your team soft and passive. So if their defense faces a team that runs the ball, they're not tough enough. They're not physical enough. Passing offenses make your team soft. If you're not still running the ball consistently, it becomes part of your identity. Passing is passive. It's not physical. D. Brown says Georgia is not going to give help to their tackles because it lowers the tackles' draft status. Just watch. If they don't give them tackles help, then they in trouble. They in trouble because Aiden beats double teams. He ain't like Rashawn Gary where he was getting doubled. No, he don't care about no double. Double the flavor, double the fun. That's what he think. Aiden ain't worried about no double team. That's the thing about dude. His motor is constant. He don't care if he get doubled. Okay, you put two dudes over here. That's just two dudes that's in my way. I'm coming. And that's why I love Aiden, because he don't care. A double team don't mean, even if they do double him, a double team don't mean nothing to no great pass rusher. It don't. But if they don't double and chip this dude, they're going to have problems. They ain't going to be able to barely pass. Not consistently if they don't give them tackles help. Because not only is he going to eat, but people forget Ojabo is a strip sack tactician. So you dealing with Aiden over here, who's just a fundamentally sound tactician with his pass rush. You got Ojabo over here. If he gets close, he getting that ball. when Ojabo sack you, he gonna get the ball. He might not even sack you. He just might knock the ball out. He ain't even gonna sack you. He just gonna knock the ball away from you. Fumble. Yeah, if they don't give them tackles help, they're gonna have a problem. Barney Young Jr. says Michigan running backs are better than Georgia. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, bro. I've been arguing with a Georgia fan. He's trying to say y'all backs are better than ours. I'm like, if you don't got the yards to back it up, I can't say you are. Unless you were like Bama those years where you had top number one recruits at running back just stockpiled, and y'all ain't got that. Not at running back, at least. You might have it at another position. Let's see. D Brown says that's why Ohio didn't double team Hutch. That was a mistake on Ryan Day's part. That right there, he got out coached right at that moment, saying you're not going to give him help. You're not going to leave a running back to help. You're not going to give, because I've seen Urban Meyer do that, do max protects, even when we didn't even have a good pass rush, but he was somewhat worried about it. So he got out coached just off that, not giving his tackles help. And to me, that's selfish. It ain't about the NFL right now. If you're an NFL draft pick, you're gonna get drafted. Like they know the talent, but you needing help. Like, okay, we're trying to win this game. Yeah, you're gonna go to the NFL, but that dude that's across from you, he ain't about to wreck my game plan. Yeah, you good, but he ain't about to wreck my game plan. I'm giving you help. I'm sorry. Once I see you get beat once, and then over and over, he beating the left tackle, he beating the right tackle, it didn't matter. I'm giving help. Max protect. Lisa Sims, I'm here to see what Michigan is up to. Yes, I do give you credit for beating our team this year. Our team just had a down year because our defense is trash this year, but I love watching college football. Salute to you, Lisa Sims. Appreciate you watching and joining this college football talk, this college football playoff talk. You know, we in the playoff. I don't know where y'all going, but you know, we headed to Miami, you know, because you know the playoff games in Miami. So we headed to Miami to, you know, get on South Beach, you know, knock Georgia out, you know, take out these Bulldogs, you know, take them out to pasture, should I say. William Boyd says, come on. I mean, come on. This team is our defense. If they have a bad game and we are down, we can pass. But if having a good game and we winning, we can put it away with the run. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying this all since I've been talking about Georgia. We want to get up on them. We want to get up on them. So on defense, we can do what we really want to do, and that's rush the passer. We don't want them being able to run the ball and then they can play action pass off of it. That's where we can get in trouble because they got Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers on our linebackers, that's a problem. Now, hopefully, and I'm thinking he will, Mike McDonald will probably have Dax Hill on him, which will help. But still, we don't want to get in all this play action. They getting good yardage in the run, and then they can still play action. We want them to get down, and they almost have to abandon the run, and they have to pass more often than not. And that's when Aiden and Ojabo do what they do best. Sick 'em. Big Brother says, I've been bumping Will Smith Miami since the Orange Bowl was announced. Malachi says, Dax might get bullied by Bowers. We need Junior Colson on him. I'm not sure if Junior Colson can cover him good enough, bro. I mean, the thing about Dax isn't a little dude. Dax isn't a little dude. What's Dax? 6 foot, 6'1" or something? So Brock Bowers, he's fast. Like, I don't know if y'all watched Georgia, but that dude is fast. For tight end, at any position, dude is kind of fast. So that's the thing. And with that kind of speed and agility, I'm just not sure they can cover him one-on-one, our linebackers. So, and we do this a lot. Most of the time we put Dax on tight ends and stuff like that. So it's just more of a safe bet that Dax will be able to stay with him, bro. I mean, how tall is Junior Colson? How tall is Junior Colson? This is the thing. This is the thing. Covering a receiver isn't just about you being fast enough. Like, you can be fast, that don't mean you can cover this dude. Are you actually good in coverage like that? Are you on top of him when he breaks? Yeah, see, he's got the size and he may have the speed, but how good is he in coverage? Like, actual man coverage. Now, zone is different because you're not actually one-on-one with him in the zone. But we run a lot of man with some zone mixed in. So you one-on-one. Now, if he hits you with a post corner post, are you gonna be able, is Junior Colson gonna be able to stay with him? Probably not. That's why you put Dax on him. That's why you put Dax on him. But if we're in zone, it's not a one-on-one type of deal. You know what I'm saying? But when we're in, and that's the thing, when we're in a true man defense, that's when Dax will be on him. But we all know we don't just run man, and we don't just run zone. So it's in between. So Dax will be on him sometimes when we run man because he's just good. He's not great. He's not bad. He's good. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're gonna put on him. William Boyle says Aiden thinks it's a stroll in the park if he ain't double teamed. That's a fact. That's because dude wants it. And honestly, I almost get, when I think about Aiden and what he's done for this program, like, I almost get teared up. Like, I can when I really think about it, I can feel it. Because this dude came back and he embodies everything you need for a leader. Like, he embodies it. Like, I'm going to do everything I have to do to lead this team. I'm going to do everything I have to do for this team to be great, whether that's meetings, working out, holding dudes accountable, having dudes come train with me, not just the coaches. Everybody meet me in the locker room. And then he shows up on Saturday. Whether he rushes the passer and he doesn't get him, he don't just quit. This man still chases him around. He'll come around and still get the sack. Quarterback is like, I thought I stepped up. How did he get me? He didn't quit. That's how he got you. Like, that dude is what he's done in Michigan, like, it's unbelievable. Like, this dude really, really changed the culture, I believe. And not that he did it alone, but having that leadership from somebody that has been on blowouts to Ohio State and has seen his father do great at Michigan and wanting to get back to that. Like, it's different for him. It's different for him. And a dude like Josh Ross, shout out to Josh Ross. It's different for those dudes that have a legacy and they've seen Michigan be better. I'm not sure where McDonald was before he went to the Ravens. Oh, he started at Georgia? AOKO says Rashawn Gary Winovich overrated, kept over pursuing the QB and couldn't contain the rushing lanes. And honestly, let's see. Chase Winovich was an overachiever. Chase Winovich didn't have even close to the athleticism of Aiden and Rashawn Gary. Rashawn Gary at Michigan, his effort just wasn't there. He just didn't give the effort. Like sometimes I see Aiden and sometimes he'll do an undisciplined pass rush and it'll leave a rush lane. But if he does that and the quarterback steps up, he doesn't quit. Rashawn Gary will get that rush and he just quit. He start jogging. Aiden turns it up a notch. Oh, I made a mistake. He turns into the Terminator. He turns into the Terminator like, nah, I made a mistake, but it ain't over for you. I'm coming. This is real. This is real. But yeah, Rashawn Gary, like Aiden rushes the passer undisciplined sometimes. Rashawn Gary did it like every time. And it wasn't, he's the anchor. No, it would be third and whatever. And he'd just rush around the edge so wide, and it'd be huge lane to step up in. Like, after I see something for over 6 games or year after year, that's just who he is. Like, now that he's getting paid, he's a beast and all this. But come on, bro. Like, I'm sorry. He was just undisciplined at Michigan. Like, he did some of the most undisciplined pass rushes, and we would get killed on it. Running quarterbacks they just drop back, undisciplined pass rush. They just either run or step up and make a throw. You know what I'm saying? Like, discipline, you have to be disciplined, especially in the pass rush. D. Brown says, I would have loved to see Gary in this defense. Me too, maybe. I'm not a fan of Rashawn Gary, bro. Maybe it was Don Brown's scheme holding him back, but my big thing is effort. Like, my big thing is effort. And when I watch Aiden, I see him giving 110%, like, all the time, chasing dudes down. Like, it don't matter. Like, he's chasing dudes. He'll been done ran in a circle because he went around the quarterback. Quarterback steps up. He meets him almost back where he started because his effort is at 110%. Barney Young Jr. says, don't underestimate Georgia, though. Defense only had one bad quarter all year. I mean, we're not underestimating Georgia. We're just not afraid of them. We're just not afraid of them because y'all play Big Ten football. So what y'all do, we see. That's what we see all the time. Like, so it's not like I think we'd be more afraid of Bama just because it's Bama and it's Bama. But Georgia doesn't scare us because y'all play Big Ten football. Like, y'all don't have Bryce Young at quarterback with the receivers to go with it, and with a Bama style Nick Saban defense. We just see y'all as a good SEC Big Ten team. That's what we see y'all as, honestly. We see y'all as an SEC Big Ten team. Y'all play like Iowa with better talent. That's what we see. We see Wisconsin with better talent. Honestly, that's what we see. Holy Reaver says Georgia does not have explosive potential. They would not break through this defense. And you could be right about that, bro. That's my thing. A lot of Georgia fans, they think it's their defense against our offense, and that's the whole game. Like, their defense is just going to automatically win them the game. Your offense has to go against our defense, and that's a problem. Yeah, Rashawn was just underwhelming. I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat it or nothing. He was just underwhelming. Yeah, I mean, if you look at him now, he looks like he lost some of that baby fat he had at Michigan, and like he's taking his workout regimen up a notch to lean down some to get that extra speed and stuff. And I mean, you're getting paid now, so He taking it. It seemed like he's taking it more serious now that he's getting paid. That's from what I see. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he took it serious at Michigan, but I think he's taking it a lot more serious now that it's his job. You know what I'm saying? Now I think Michigan just means more to Aiden. A dude like Aiden, Michigan means something. It means a lot to him. Like those of us that grew up in Michigan and we saw the great years and we saw Woodson and these dudes and the pageantry. It means something different to us somewhat. And I feel like Aiden, that's how it is with Aiden. He grew up seeing his dad play at Michigan, and it means more to him than the average player that goes to Michigan because his family ties go through Michigan, so it just means more to him. Trio City says Rashawn Gary was Jackson State material. Gaddis didn't pass on Huskies because Washington is the only school with 2 CBs to earn an 85 plus grade. Kyle Gordon, Trent McDuffie, lockdown. William Broyle says, rechat, this game will be a nitty-gritty game, probably 27-24 Michigan or 24-21. I hope and wish for a blowout, but I just don't see it happening. Yeah, I mean, and the thing about this game, like, that's a good prediction that it's going to be a low-scoring Big Ten style of game. 20, 21, 24, 17-20, something like that. Now, the thing, and this is why I keep saying get up early. If we punch Georgia in the mouth, I'm not sure that they're going to be confident enough to come back. I'm just not sure that they will be confident enough to come back. If they got it, they've only been punched in the mouth once this year. And when they got punched in the mouth, they folded. They punched, Alabama punched again, and they got knocked out. So Georgia doesn't have, dudes on this team don't have the belief like, all right, we can come back. You only been down once this year. You only been really down in a game with a team with as much talent as you once. And Bama knocked you out. So the faith, if we hit them in the mouth, are they going to be confident that they can come back? Are they going to have that belief? Or is it just going to be, all right, throw it to Brock Bowers, double him, see what they got now? Oh, he's not there, sack. All right, try it again. Brock Bowers, it ain't open, sack. So that's my thing. If we punch them in the mouth, will they be able to get up off the mat? Because they haven't had to. They haven't had to. Now, and that's why I say Michigan is battle tested. Michigan, you can say you struggled against Rutgers. It turned out to be a battle. Guess who won? Let's say Nebraska. Oh, you struggled with Nebraska. That was a battle. Guess who won? Oh, you lost to Michigan State. Yep, that was a battle. And we lost. But you know what? When we lost, it turned our season. Okay, I'll give you Michigan State. But everything else, Penn State. You struggled against Penn State on the road. Yep, we did. Guess what happened? We won. Battle tested. We've been in battles. Y'all ain't been in no battles. Y'all blowing teams out. When you actually got in a dog fight, you couldn't keep up. You couldn't punch back. So that's and I mean, that might not happen. It might be tight all game. But this is just what I'm hoping and maybe you could see, Because, in any college football, any football, not even, I guess football the most, there's the unknown. The unknown. Georgia fans can be like, we can all sit up here and be confident, but there's the unknown about football. I think that's why we love it so much. Your team could just come out and fumble 3 times. They could just fumble on the kickoff, fumble on special teams. Your quarterback might, the snap might go over his head, and just, dang, we got 3 fumbles and we lost all of them. And they scored off of them, and that ended up being the ball. That ended up being the game pretty much. Or you could fumble 3 times and you could get them back every time. It's just the unknown. You might dominate a team and get in the red zone every time, but you can't score, and you end up kicking field goals. And you kick 5 field goals and they score 3 touchdowns and they win. You get what I'm saying? Like, the unknown unknowns. Your quarterback might have the worst game he's ever played, and he's just throwing picks, or he's actually throwing good balls, and the receiver just keeps missing them, and they getting picked. They going through his hands, tip picks. Like, the the known unknown in football is so amazing. Like, you never know what's gonna happen, kind of. William Broyles, I appreciate that. Like they said, when this channel blows up and you become an analyst or something with 10 million subs, just remember us originals. We were here from the beginning. Yeah, bro, we slowly growing, and I appreciate everybody that comes in here and, chops it up, because we just talking. I just give you what I've learned over the year, because I've always been a student of the game, I like to call it. I played some football. I played some semi-pro. I didn't play much high school, but I've always been loved the game. Like, I can remember Monday Night Football when I was, and this is probably why I somewhat had bad grades in school. I'd be sitting up watching the game till like 12 o'clock. I'd be watching with my pops. My pops would be in the bed. He'd be watching the first quarter, and then all of a sudden I hear him snoring, and then I'd be down there and I'd watch the whole game. And then the next day, after school, when I see him, you're like, man, how did they end up winning? And then I'd end up breaking down the whole game to him. Like, man, you didn't see Troy Aikman and the Cowboys came back. Emmitt Smith had 3 touchdowns. Yeah, they couldn't stop him. They was losing. I'd break it all the way down to my pops. And, as a little kid, I'd just be sitting and watching. Like, the people would be like, how do you know when you were little, you weren't paying attention? No, when you were little, you weren't paying attention. I was sitting up watching faithfully. I'm sitting up watching like I'm in school. Like, that's just how I was. It's a friend said, it just means something to me, man. Hey, that dude was classic on there. Honestly, I don't want to see Alabama and Georgia again. Who wants to see that? I know Georgia fans. Do y'all even want to see that? Because honestly, if they play y'all again, they probably gonna beat y'all brains in. I'm just sorry. Alabama is not afraid of y'all at all. Y'all play Alabama again, they probably gonna do y'all even worse than they did a couple weeks ago. I'm sorry, I do not want to see that again. We need to beat them just to make sure we ain't got to watch that again. Bro, he says not with Mechie out. It's Bama. I'm sure they got another receiver on the bench that's fast and can catch. Yeah, we tired of the one year I thought Georgia was going to break through, because Georgia has always, going back to Mark Richt, Georgia has always had teams full of NFL talent. I'm talking about full of NFL talent, but they could never get it all together. They just never could. And then they made the championship. They were up 14 on Bama in the fourth quarter, and they let Tua Louis come in and beat them in the fourth quarter in overtime. They let Tua Louis take their championship. After that, I said, oh no, I actually had faith in y'all. Nah, I won't again. So if Georgia faces Bama, bro, they gonna do what they did to y'all. I think they're gonna do y'all worse than what they did. Honestly, I'm just gonna be 100. I think they're gonna do y'all bad. If y'all beat us, if y'all was to beat us and play Bama in the championship, I think they're gonna do y'all bad, and everybody's gonna be like, why the hell didn't we just have them play uh, in the first round? Because nobody wants to see this. That's honestly what I think is gonna happen. If y'all beat us, y'all gonna get destroyed in the championship by Bama, and people are gonna be mad that we had to watch this again. Gold says 3 years down the drain, Johnny. I'm being bullied in here. I'm taking my talents to Michigan State. Oh yeah, Ryan. Thanks, Auburn, for setting up this scenario. You had one job, man. Auburn. I can't believe they lost that game. Yeah, but I don't. I do not want to see no Georgia Bama again. I'm tired of seeing them like these same teams. Now, if you got the dogs to match up, I don't think Georgia. I think Bama has the perfect counter to Georgia's defense, and I think they're gonna do what they did to y'all. Like honestly, I think Bama is gonna be so confident if they play Georgia again that they're gonna blow them out bad, worse than they did 2 weeks ago. Like I think it'll be like 50 to 20 or something. Like it's gonna be bad, I think. Jelani Davidson says, I heard Tom Brady will be Michigan Wolverines' next head coach. I ain't heard that, bro, but I'm not. I can't say I'd be against it, but that's a long because Brady hasn't coached. I mean, he's kind of a coach on the field, but Brady hasn't coached. So, but I'm sure a lot of dudes would want to come be a part of it. Yeah, Ronnie Virgil says, I ain't watching the Natty if Bama play Georgia. Nah, bro, I don't think anybody wants to see that. Like, I don't think anybody wants to see that. Issa Fromm says, Michigan wins against Cincinnati. You hear it here first. Take it to the bank. I can't, bro, I can't see Cincinnati beating Bama, but hey, you might be right. The unknown unknown, the known unknowns. That's college football. Stephen Brown says, why is it that every time I log on, you're calling Tua Louis? That's my nickname for him, bro. I call him Tua Louis. I mixed his first name with his last name, Tua Louis. Antoine Johnson. I'm gonna stay on here till about 1:10. I'm gonna get off of here, bro. Y'all, I gotta go to the gym. But yeah, Antoine Johnson, every good team usually has a nemesis or a rival that they have trouble getting past, just like us in Ohio. My Detroit Pistons had to get past their rival, Boston, back in the day. Yeah, and Alabama is that team for Georgia, but I don't want to watch it in the championship constantly. I don't want to see it. 2006. What was it? Yeah, 2006. We lost to Ohio State. Y'all didn't put us back in there. We barely lost to them. But instead, y'all put Florida in there. Yeah, Florida beat them, but I don't care. Florida had a loss too. So don't just do that for them. No, let us get our rematch. I know it's a different scenario, but still, they did it with LSU and Bama. They let Bama get a rematch against LSU, and then they beat them, and then they win the championship, which don't really make sense because LSU already beat y'all, but now y'all beat them in the championship. Y'all the champs? That don't even make sense to me. But yeah, I'm just tired of seeing it. Nah, y'all get that rematch. If y'all doing some rematch stuff, you should have put us number 1. You should have put Bama 2, Georgia 3. Y'all fight it out in the first round. Y'all fight it out in the first round. We don't want to see it in the championship. Antoine Johnson says, you know the SEC bias is strong. Bro, it's ridiculous with them. Stephen Brown says, don't sleep on Cincinnati. The Bearcats have 3 good CBs, and they're not afraid of Bama. This Bama team can't run like they normally could, so don't be shocked if Cincinnati gives Bama a long day. If you say so, bro, you might be right. I just can't see Bama coming this far and losing to Cincinnati after escaping against Auburn and after doing Georgia like that. I just don't see Cincinnati being able to hang with them. But you might be right. I don't know. I ain't really watched Cincinnati that much, so you could be right. Nah, bro. It's a From says, I hope Georgia goes up 28-3 early in the third quarter, and then we beat those dogs. Nah, bro, you ain't finna give me no heart attack. I need us to go up 28-3 and then to end up winning 50-3. You ain't finna give me no heart attack with that. No. We gonna get up 28. They get up 28-3. I'm gonna have a heart attack, bro. Like I'll be stressing out about these games. Like these close games, I can't take them. Like I Penn State, Nebraska, Rutgers. Like I about had about 3 heart attacks this year. Like I can't take it. Steve D enters the chat. Hey, I got a funny video. I got a funny video I made, and it's got him in it, bro. It's funny to me. I'm gonna post it sometime today or the end of the week, but it's funny to me. Like, I gotta leave Steve Deese alone, man. I don't know. Antoine Johnson says, I don't know why they don't want Michigan in the championship game. We have the biggest alumni and fan base in the country. We would actually make college football even more money. Exactly, bro. And that's something I don't get. Is we bring money to the table. Like I'm in Florida. I see Michigan fans all the time. I see Ohio State fans too. I ain't gonna say I don't see them, but I see a lot of Michigan fans everywhere. Like everywhere you go, Michigan fans. Nah, bro, I get it, but I don't want to see that. Like most people don't want to see that because most fans don't think that Georgia can beat Bama. They almost never do it. So it's almost like Ohio State, Michigan. That's a regular season game though, and people still watch. But championship game, I don't think most people want to see Georgia Bama because most people don't think that Georgia can beat Bama, except Georgia fans. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on here till 110, just like two more minutes. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Oh, that video was too funny. Barney Young Jr. says, real talk, the only weakness I've seen in our defense is when you make our safeties cover as they are weak in pass coverage. If Michigan can't take advantage, it will be a long night. The real DK music. What up, Jo? What's going on? Omar Harrell says they fail to realize us beating OSU was like beating Bama to us in our eyes. We can beat anyone. Now that's a fact. That's a fact. And that's what people fail to realize. They don't understand how big of the monkey that Michigan got off their back by beating Ohio State this year. So Aiden and all those dudes on that team, they not scared of nobody now. They took down the bully on the block. They took down the bully, took him to the woodshed. They took down the bully, so they ain't afraid of Bama or Georgia, especially Georgia. Y'all play like a Big Ten team. What are we supposed to be scared about? You play like most of the teams in our conference. You play like a Wisconsin. You play like an Iowa. We supposed to be scared of that? Something we see every year? We supposed to be scared? Y'all play like a glorified Big Ten team. We ain't scared of that. I don't know why they think Michigan's supposed to be scared of that. Like, y'all don't do nothing that's impressive on offense. Yeah, y'all play some good defense, but you still got to play offense. So we look at y'all just like when Wisconsin or Iowa or one of these regular Big Ten teams does, like let's say Wisconsin, because they play great defense almost year in, year out, and they have a great offensive line year in and year out most of the time. If Wisconsin don't have a great running back, Jonathan Taylor, or a great running back, we almost beat them every time. So when you want to play this kind of style of football, if you don't have a great running back, you don't really scare us, because we beat you every time you don't have a great running back. So that's the thing. Georgia, y'all don't scare us. y'all are a Big Ten team. Y'all play like a Big Ten team that's in the SEC. You don't scare us. I'm sorry. I don't know if y'all think y'all in the SEC. We supposed to fear y'all like most people fear Bama. Y'all ain't that. Y'all get done in by Bama most of the time. So why would we fear y'all like y'all Bama? Bama beats y'all brains in most of the time. So y'all not getting that SEC, that Bama SEC, all that fear. Y'all ain't getting that. So I don't know why y'all done hyped up. We in the SEC. Y'all slow and up there in the Big Ten. Nah, bro. We looking at y'all like we about to punch y'all in the mouth, because y'all think y'all something y'all ain't. That's how most Michigan fans, and I'm thinking the players are thinking the same thing. We about to punch y'all in the mouth because y'all think y'all Bama or something, and y'all ain't proved it. Y'all got great recruiting rankings and all that, but y'all ain't proved nothing. Y'all ain't proved nothing to us. Jelani Davidson says, Johnny, would you like to see Cincinnati versus Michigan to make it interesting? I mean, yeah, yes and no, because I mean, if we win the championship, you have to respect it. But let's say if we make the championship game, Cincinnati makes it, and let's say we lose to Cincinnati. Now we're gonna have to hear people talk about we lost to Cincinnati for years to come. They would have beaten Bama, but people are still gonna be talking bad about that we lost to them, and we let Cincinnati win the championship. And then if we beat them, then people gonna be like, oh, y'all got a cheap championship. Y'all beat Cincinnati. Y'all didn't take down a normal power like Clemson or Alabama or Ohio State in the playoffs. You beat Cincinnati and got a ring. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost at a respect level. It's like you almost want to go against Bama. And I understand now that I really think about it and say, Stephen Brown, if you still watching, I kind of understand what you were, when we were arguing, I kind of understand what you were saying. Yeah, bro. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. If I ain't get to y'all questions, I'm sorry, but this is the last thing I'm gonna touch on. What he say? And they saying we don't have enough speed, bro. We probably have the fastest overall team. Michigan has speed everywhere, and they have the. And this is people like to say their teams are fast, which okay, I get it. But do you have tangible evidence that you are that fast? Do you have evidence of that speed? Michigan actually has evidence of that speed with what do we have? The most 50-yard plays, the most big plays in college football. That's tangible evidence of that speed. You don't get big plays just off of scheme alone. You got to have some fast dudes out there. So that's why when Michigan says this, people are like, huh? All I see is y'all running the ball. But what they don't see is Hassan Haskins going for 40 yards sometimes. Blake Corum going for 60, 70, 80. Peace out. They don't see that. They don't see those highlights a lot. Or they forgot about him because he got hurt. They don't see the flea flickers. They don't remember, even though it was 2 weeks ago, they don't remember the 70-yard pass Donovan Edwards threw our running back through a dime. They don't remember these things. They don't remember JJ throwing passes, coming in, throwing bombs for 50 yards and stuff like that. They don't understand this stuff. They didn't see it, so they think it never happened. If you tell a Georgia fan or somebody in the SEC, Michigan has the most 50-yard plays, they're going to think you're making it up. I guarantee you. What? How? They don't got no speed? Oh, it must be all runs. They couldn't have threw a pass and got a 50 yards. That's the Big Ten. What? Oh, you saying Ohio State has that? No, Michigan has it. I'm not understanding what you're saying. You're saying Michigan? Don't they do 3 yards in a cloud of dust? You made that stat up. They're not going to believe it. They won't go watch you could go easily watch a highlight clip and see some of this stuff. AJ Henning getting reverses, going 60, going 50. You could easily look this stuff up, but they'd rather just not believe it. So that's just what it is. Michigan's got it. We know what we got. And when this game is played, a lot of people are going to be put on notice on what's really going on in Michigan. Now, and we need to win this game because I promise I do not want to watch this Georgia versus Bama game. I promise I do not want to watch that again. Because if Georgia play Bama again, just be ready for Bama to kick their teeth in. I promise you. If Georgia ends up having to play them again, they're gonna get curb stomped, I believe. Because Bama just has too much confidence. But I ain't even gonna put that in the air. We gonna take care of Georgia. We gonna take care of them. So we ain't gonna have to worry about that because I promise I do not want to see it. And so we got to take them out. Yeah, but I'm about to get off of here, y'all. Appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate Malachi for moderating some. I posted in my community chat, my community little tab or whatever. I put a post. If you got questions, put the questions in there. Put a message in there, and I'm gonna start making videos answering those questions for y'all. Barney Young says homerism is hype. Bro, I don't want to see y'all play them again. I don't think you confident that you can beat them. I'm sorry. But yeah, we got to take care of business to get rid of these dudes. Now, everybody have a good night. I appreciate it. I might go live again this week. I got a little more free time. So like, share, subscribe, share the video to whoever you think might enjoy this content. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.